What's going on? This is 5 macOS tips for designers. This video is for all skill levels, so let's go. The first tip is using Command and Tab to switch between applications. Here we are in Illustrator. I also have InDesign open, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit Command plus Tab. Stay holding down Command, and then when you press Tab again, it'll switch between all your open applications. So once I land on InDesign right here, I'm just going to let both keys go, and then boom, it switches to InDesign. Now these are linked up, so if I just quickly hit Command Tab, you can see that we're quickly switching between both applications. Tip number 2 is navigating between open documents. This is an Adobe specific tip. There's 3 Illustrator files that I have open here. If you hold Command and the tilde key, that key is this one. So Command plus tilde will navigate between these. If you want to work backwards, throw Shift in the mix, Command Shift tilde, and you can navigate between your open documents without ever touching your mouse. Tip number 3 is cut and paste in Finder. So I have all these files over here and I want these to be in this folder. So if I go over here, hit Command A, it selects them all. Now I'll hit Command C to copy them. Come back over here, but if I just hit Command V, these files will exist in both places, and I don't want that. So instead, I'm going to hit Command Option V, and it goes ahead and pastes all those files over here and deletes them from the previous folder. Tip number 4 is, well, I don't even really know what to call it, but let's just say it's going to save you a ton of time. I'm going to navigate to an InDesign file that I have created. As you can see, it's a lot of clicks to get this thing open. Now that it's open, I want to place a linked file in here. To do that, I'll hit Command D. And then, oh no, it's just some random folder here. So I'd have to dig back through all those folders, but instead, just launch Finder because it still remembers where we were. And then I'll go into my links. This works with a folder or a file. I can just take this and drag it into this window. Now, boom, it's found the correct file. I'll hit open, and there we go. The next tip is how to substitute text with pretty much anything. Go into System Preferences, go to Keyboard, the second option here, Text, and then you're going to type out what you want to replace and what to replace it with. Let's do a fun one. I'll hit open parenthesis, spell out shrug, and then close parenthesis. The reason I use parentheses is if I'm typing a sentence, maybe I don't want this substitution, but if I use those parentheses, I'll know I'll get it. So then over here, I'll hit Command V, and conveniently on my clipboard was this little shrugging emoji. So now, if I type into a document, that little command, boom, it's replaced with our little shrugging emoji. And here's one I use all the time. I'll do open parenthesis, X, and close parenthesis, and then that replaces it with the multiplication sign. So just to show an example of that here, this is the correct multiplication sign, and then this is just an X, a lowercase x. You'll probably never have to use that because if you do this one, everyone will know what you mean. But if you want to get extra nerdy, there you go. Now, the coolest thing about this tip right here is that it works across all of your Apple devices. So if you set this up on your Mac and you happen to have an iPhone, it's going to work there as well. This video was going to be 5 tips, but here's a bonus. When you use the volume buttons on your keyboard, you can, of course, move up and down in volume. But if you hold Option and Shift, as you can see me doing right over here, and then hit the volume buttons, they move up in quarter increments. So if you really need to fine tune the volume in your studio, this is the way to do it. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you found it useful. If you did, make sure to do all the things, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.